Okay, let's start taking a look at this. So I put a superimposement of where the ready position, and so then when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you are in that shape. And then there's a few things. This line at the top here, where the blue arrow is pointing to, is how high you should be, and your head should be at that level. Your arms should be at that angle and not with that angle in them. And then your legs, which are straight up and down like this, need to be at almost 90 degrees. So you have to get your butt down a lot so that you're a little bit closer to the ground. And now I put the arrow here to make you look at the way the arms are set up. Your arms should not be close to your body. In close, you should be pulling your arms back. Now you can see how your head has gone above the line that you're originally at, and then I'm indicating your back foot, because as the ball comes to you, you plant your foot down on the ground and then start to lean backwards. As the ball comes in towards you, you start to swing your arms, and so they were down between your legs. You pulled them all the way down from that position, is where they should be, and then you reach way up, and your arms go way high. The nice thing is that the bad thing was that that little arrow there, the green arrow, showed you that you were not actually looking at the ball. But you can see how long your pull was on that. And so a couple different things is, one, your butt has to be down a little bit and your arms can't swing. So watch this one here. Again, the line is a little bit off on this one, but you can see how you swing your arms and how your arms come from way down low to way high. And your arms should be in one location, like straight out in front of you, at this angle here, and it should stay there, and then your body has to adjust based on that. So I put a double line there just over top of your head, so to make emphasis, because watch, you start by moving up as the ball comes to you, and then you start to bend your arms. So see, you don't even have a platform or a table there, and so you should have backed up to where that little arrow is in the back, and then you move forward to it. So as the ball comes, you're going to start moving back down again now. And so you moved up, and now you're moving back down again. And then your back is in a nice shape, like you're in a nice position. That's a perfect passing position. But look where your arms are; they're down between your legs. And then you're going to straighten back up again. So watch carefully here, and you'll see yourself start to swing your arms. And as you swing your arms, you start to straighten up again. So you went up, you went down, then you went back up again. Your head should be level the whole time, and your body should be level every time. When it's a soft-driven ball at you, or a soft serve, it isn't a problem passing that way, going up and down, because you can time it. But if that ball speeds up, you're not going to have enough time to adjust to it. So here's another one with the height, and then let's see what you do with your body as far as the ball comes in. So the reason why I spent so much time on your underhand passing is the one that, you need to pick a level and stay at that level, and then quit bobbing up and down all the time when you're passing, and then get your arms out in front of you and leave them there. Don't get your biceps right beside your body. You should be able to almost put a volleyball in your armpit, and that's where your arms should be, is out in front. But look at what you're doing with your arms now, and you've straightened way up. So you need to learn to move at a certain level. So I'm not too sure what you're doing here, but you straightened way up, and then you're going to come right back down again as the ball's coming to you, and trying to get down into your ready position. And now you're trying to figure out what to do with your arms. You see the angle that you have there? Your arms should be a straight line. Your elbow shouldn't even be involved in it. Your arms should be straight out. And so you start to straighten your arms out as the ball comes to you. And again, it's a timing thing. So you're waiting for the ball to come to you, and you can see how low down your arms are there. In fact, if it was to the left of that one leg, or excuse me, to the right of that one leg, you'd end up hitting your leg, and your arms should be nice and high. And then I put this orange arrow in to show how far you moved your arms. Like, take a look. And you're supposed to have no arm swing at all in your passing. So you need to get your arms in right close to your body. Out in front of your body, and at 90 degrees to your legs. Your legs should be at just about 80 degrees, or if you're really strong legs, you can go at 90 degrees. But here's overhand passing. Now watch what ends up happening. Overhand passing, the only thing that I noticed on this one is, first off, you jump to meet the ball. Secondly, you jump backwards when you met the ball. And what you should be doing is you should be pushing through the ball, because jumping backwards limits the distance you can actually set the ball. So prepare beforehand, get in position, get your body in the right spot, and so that you're going to receive the ball about right there. But you have to wait for the ball to get to you, and what you did is you started to set the ball before it actually got to you. So you jumped up to meet it, and then that takes away a lot of the nice softness. And you notice how you're jumping backwards, and so because you're jumping backwards, you can't put any distance on the ball, and the ball will tend to just spin up straight and not fly the distance that you want it to. So The main thing is wait for the ball to come to you. Don't start setting until the ball gets to you, and then pass through it. So this is serving. The first thing I want to talk about is see how low your arm is. Your arm should always remain high in your serve, so you want to keep your elbow up high above your shoulder all the way through your serve. And not do this where you pull it down and then pull it over top. And then look how far you're dropping the ball down on your toss. You should keep the ball up in around your shoulders. So the orange is just, the purple here is just pointing to your elbow and how you're bringing your elbow up. And your elbow should start up, and then the ball should start up. So take a look at this. You've got a very good form, because you can see your form matches the images that you have on the screen there, and so each one of them shows you what you should be doing. And so you're very close all the way through it. It's just your beginning. You have to start with your arm higher, and you have to not drop your arm when you toss the ball, and then lead with your elbow, which you do very well. You can see it here. Your elbow will start to lead. You arch your back, and you have a nice body shape when it comes to that, and hit the ball nice and high, which you do. So you're starting to lead with your elbow. So there's your elbow. You see the arch in your back, really nice, and you reach super high, and you hit it, and then you follow through, which is really nice. So that aspect of it was really well done. It's just the beginning of your serve you need to alter a little bit. Now, the reason I put these purple arrows on this next serve receive you're doing, or dig, excuse me, you're really planted. So watch your dig here and how your feet are like almost growing roots. And then I circled your arms, because watch the amount of movement you have in your arms. Your arms should be out in front of you and should be like a table. They shouldn't be moving around, but watch what you do with them. So you're starting to get your arms out. So this position right there is probably your starting position. And then from there, your arms would drop and come down a little bit, but not as much as you got there. But you drop yours way down there. It'll go down, so it's almost down as far as they can possibly go. So now you're down low, and then you're starting to talk about timing. So now your arms are down, and now you're going to start to swing at the ball. And watch your feet. Your feet haven't moved. They're just planted right on that spot. And you haven't moved at all and haven't shifted. You should be on your toes and light on your feet and dancing. And then here comes your arms. So their arms will start swinging. And then you're not even looking at the ball. Just a minute. You're not looking at the ball. You're not looking at the ball. And then there it is. It hits your arms. And then it takes off. And so your arms went from down by your knee pads and then all the way through. So here's your spiking area. Your spiking form is really, really nice. You have a nice back arch to it. You stand nice and tall. You lead well with your elbow. You reach high when you're hitting. So overall, I really like your spiking approach. The only thing you need to do is load your jump a little bit. So your arm action and your form when you're hitting is good. What is not really good is how you do your spike approach. Your spike approach is a little slow. You don't load properly. You know how we've been practicing on the jump training, when you have to get your butt down a little bit and load your legs, and then sort of throw yourself off the ground a little bit more. Your jump can be way bigger than what it is. I think you're in around 18 inches, and I think you can increase that simply by changing the style and how much you load beforehand. So what you're jumping with now is more your ankles and not your thighs, and you're not bending at the knees, so you need to try to really bend your knees. So as this comes, your left hand should be going up a little higher, but you can see how you've loaded your arm. It's back there. And then you swing, and the swing's really nice. You're leaning too far forward, so you've broken your line there, and you should have moved your feet way in forward so that you got a better clean. So watch these steps. So here's your first step. So does this mean you're goofy footed? So there's your right foot, and then you go. I think you hop into it almost. And so I think you started with your wrong foot. You should start with your left foot, because your last step should always be. So here's your starting approach here. So there's one, your left foot, which is good. So that doesn't mean you're goofy. It means you're not goofy footed. So this is really nice. And then two, and arms lifting. Left arm goes all the way up. Watch, does the left arm get all the way up here? Come on, left arm. Move, 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 move. Are you getting there? Are you getting there? There it is. And yeah, it's not bad. And then you leave the ground, but you see how you didn't get your butt close to the ground, and so it's mostly ankles, and that's why you have the vertical jump of this, and you should be able to double that if you just use a stronger muscle. But notice the body shape. It's very similar to the image and what you want as far as your body shape. So your body shape's really good, but your timing's way off. Watch. You're almost on the floor. when you hit it, and you so then you jumped way too early, and you hit the ball as it was coming down. Overall, thought it was a bad job. Good job.